Welcome to the Prumihimo YouTube channel. What I'd like to show today is how to make a beautiful square braid using the regular round Kumihimo disc. And what I have here is two examples of this braid, which actually look quite different, but it is the same braid and the difference is just down to the placement of the chords. So I'm going to start by showing you this example. And for this setup, you need 4 chords of one colour and 4 chords of another. And if you look closely, you'll see that at the top of my disc, I've got the blue on the right and the beige on the left. And on the bottom, I've got the blue on the left and the beige on the right. And if I turn my disc round so that we've got the east and west, I've now got beige on the right, blue on the left, blue on the right, beige on the left. And the reason I'm choosing to show you this example first is that by having this setup of colours, it makes it a bit easier to learn the braid, because this braid is more complex than the regular round braid and you do need to memorise the moves. But having the chords in this way will help you. And in this braid, we work first of all in a clockwise direction, and then we work in an anti-clockwise direction. And we work first with the blue chords. So first, I move my top right chord round to the next group of chords. Then I'm carrying on in a clockwise movement, and I'm going to move my bottom blue chord again round in a clockwise direction to the next group of chords. I'm now going to pick up the next blue chord and continue in a clockwise direction to cross over the beige chord at the top like that. And now I continue my clockwise movement. I pick up the middle chord here, which is the only blue chord I haven't moved so far. And I move that round in a clockwise direction to do a crisscross at the bottom. So that completes the clockwise movements. Now I'm going to go anti-clockwise or counterclockwise, and I'm going to work with the beige chords. So I'm going to start at the top, and you'll see that the movements are actually very similar. I move round in an anti-clockwise direction to the next group of chords. That's my top move. Now I do my bottom move, again moving round, and I move my bottom beige chord in an anti-clockwise direction to the next group of chords. I pick up the very next chord, which is the middle one in this group, and I bring it round in an anti-clockwise movement in a crisscross past the top blue chord, and then I'm carrying on my movement round. I pick up the middle beige chord here. This is the only beige chord I haven't moved so far. I carry on anti-clockwise, crisscross at the bottom. And now I just need to reposition my chords at the sides to make my disc look similar to my starting point. So I close these and put them on either side of the dot, and I close up these. Now the only difference with the starting position is that my chords at the top and bottom are crossed over, and that will be repeated as we continue. So I'm going to do one more sequence, and again I work with the blue first in a clockwise motion. So top blue chord, clockwise round to the next group. Now I move my bottom blue chord clockwise round to the next group. Now I pick up the very next chord clockwise and do my crisscross at the top, and I carry on my clockwise movement, take the last blue chord, which is the middle one there, carry on round, do a crisscross at the bottom. So that completes the clockwise movements. Now anti-clockwise, and I'm using the beige chords. So first of all, I take my top beige chord and bring it round to the next group. I do my bottom movement, so I pick up my beige chord, bring it round in that anti-clockwise movement, to the next group. I pick up the very next chord, which is the middle one at the side, do my crisscross round in an anti-clockwise motion, and I'm coming on round anti-clockwise, pick up the middle chord, the last chord to be moved, I go in an anti-clockwise movement and complete like that. And now all I have to do is bring the chords together at the sides, and I will have finished that sequence. So quite simply, you continue like that, and you end up with a beautiful braid with the stripe going along the braid. Once you have mastered the moves, and I really do recommend lots and lots of practice, because that's how you'll get the sort of muscle memory and your hands will just know what you're doing. Feel the rhythm, lots of practice. Once you've done that, then you can try doing the other braid, which is this one, which the look is slightly different. It's more like, looks more like a sort of plait, a regular plait, but in a 3D shape with a sort of square profile. So, for this one, you need to have your blue chords in the top 2 slots and bottom 2 slots, and your beige chord at the sides. But the moves are exactly the same. You just don't have the colours to help you. So, I take my top right chord, I move round in a clockwise direction to do my top move. I take my bottom chord, I move round in a clockwise direction to the next group. I pick up the very next chord, carry on round, do my crisscross at the top, and I carry on round, take the middle chord, do my crisscross at the bottom. Now I do my anti-clockwise movements. So I take the top chord, top left chord, bring it round in an anti-clockwise motion to do my top move. I take my bottom chord, I go round in an anti-clockwise motion, pick up the very next chord, which is the middle one at the side, and do my crisscross. And then I come on round anti-clockwise, take the middle chord, and do my crisscross at the bottom. And all I have to do now is reset the chords so they look as my chords did right at the beginning. And if you carry on like that, you'll end up with a braid like this. Now, some people find this braid a little bit difficult with tension. And the advice I can give you is just to keep an eye on your point of braiding and try to make sure that is staying nice and square, that you can see the braid forming in a square shape. And if it starts to spread out and go a little bit diagonal, then when you do your crisscross moves, you can tighten those up, and that will help to keep you with a really nice square profile on your braid. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and if you have, do give the video a like. Perhaps you'd like to write some comments as well, that would be fantastic. You can visit my website, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that as well, and then you'll be notified of when I have new videos to show you. So until next time, goodbye.